Good morning. I was going around checking the plants, watering and doing routine things, and I found the problem that I have missed. Oh goodness. One of my plants is not doing well, and I don't know how I missed it because it's obviously been infected with pests. And I think I've been checking her. I think I just didn't notice. So let me share this with you. Okay, so I did pull her away from the other plants, but I wanted to show you what it is that I'm dealing with. Let's see which angle the light will cooperate the most in. So there you can see pests. Pests. Look at that. And you can see they're different sizes. So this has been going on for a while. Doing plant care in the evenings has backfired on me because I didn't see them until today, that the lighting really was better. So I'm trying to think how long I've had her. And in the summer of 2020, she bloomed. Let me show you a picture. So with her having these bugs, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get rid of them. When she came, she was not in the best condition. I think she had mealy bugs at that time because they were the white cottony bugs. Now these are different. These, I think, are what people refer to as scale because they look hard. When I flick on them and scrape on them, they're crisp, where the mealies were very soft-bodied. These are definitely different. I don't know where they came from. I'm looking at the other plants that she shares a space with. I didn't see it on any of them. So all of those plants in that corner are going to be my high alert plants because I don't want that corner to become an infection hotspot. Goodness gracious. So my plan for her is I'm going to take her to the bathroom. I'm going to physically remove as many as I can find. I'm going to wash her in the tub because she's too big to do in the sink. So I'm going to wash her in the tub, rinse her real well, and then I'm going to spray her with neem oil. And I believe I'm going to have to do that regularly because of this problem that I don't know how it started. I'm at a loss here, but I'm going to deal with it the best that I can. Come with me. All right, so what I've done is I've put her in a bag because when I'm done, I'm going to rinse her, and I don't want to overwhelm the roots with water because I watered her recently. I have the little pebbles in the bottom of her because she does like water, and that was my attempt to prevent fungus gnats. And so, all right. What I'm doing, I put a white bag down because I want to see, because I don't want any of these to fall into the dirt because then they'll just crawl right back. So that was the reason why I'm using the bag, because then they will fall if I don't catch them, but they'll fall somewhere that I could see them and then get rid of them. So let's see how this goes. And what I'm doing is just taking them off. See how? And then all right, so that one's dead. And I just threw it in the sink because I'm gonna rinse it down, pour some bleach down there so you can see here. And I'm just gonna go. Oh, I'm having trouble. Let's see if I put her against there. All right, that's a little better. And what I'm gonna do is just remove it. I apologize, I'm doing two things at once. And I just toss it in the sink. I'm gonna rinse all of them down, pour some bleach down. So I'm gonna go by step one by one, getting rid of as many as possible. Till I don't see any more. And then I'll show you the next step when I finish this one. Ugh. Not even done. Check it out. Okay, so I did have to change her. I put her down here because she was way taller than I can reach. So to get these top parts here, let's see. Because I think this part, I think I've got all this part. Completed. Okay, so now I'm working my way up to the part that I couldn't get. I'm looking at the leaves. Here we go, okay. With this plant being tropical, it does require a lot of attention here. And I'm sure that's part of why, even though she came from Ohio, that why she came in the condition she came. Because it was probably tricky for the seller to keep her happy. Touching to make sure I didn't drop any on the counter. And actually on the leaf, I do see on the fronts, now that I'm like really looking, so let me show you that. And on the leaf, now that I'm like actually focused, I can see on the leaf, which just in glancing at it, I missed it. So these upper leaves, which are probably the ones I looked at the most, I missed it. Yep, there, you can see it on there too. So I'm gonna really have to put her in the tub and give her a good cleaning and then neem oil her up. So as far as the stems, I was able to remove, oh, look, even under there. Okay. So I was able to get the stems, and they were really blending in because see how she has her little natural knobs, and that's part of how I missed them when they were smaller. And she has her periods where she really does have a lot of growth, but then of course trying to make sure that I give her the condition she requires. You see she has dropped a lot of leaves, but then whenever summer comes back, she usually bounces back. So, all right. Let me clean out the sink, because instead of flushing it down the sink, what I think I'm going to do is just bleach the sink, wipe it out, throw all those away after I finish cleaning these leaves and getting everything off of them. All right. Okay. So I used the handheld. Let me show you guys. And I got her wet. I'll rinse the leaves off, use a little bit of soap, and just try to clean her as much as possible. So, and this here you see, that's from humidity. Lack of humidity. She's tropical. And that's my biggest problem, my lack of humidity. So, let me see if I can show you. Let me try to get as much off, and I think I missed one right there. But I'm gonna inspect. The other thing I'm getting ready to do is spray it down with the neem. So I got the bark, everything's wet. That's why it looks so dark, because it's wet. And then just trying to make sure that all these little knobs here, yeah, are actually part of the plant, and that I didn't miss anywhere any of the pests. So, all right, now it's time to spray her down. And I did, you see I have that plastic bag still on there. It's to keep the dirt from falling out, and then the little pebbles that I have to try to help from creating or continuing the cycle of the gnats, so that and then also to keep the water off, because I don't want all the soil to go down the drain with these efforts. So now I'm gonna spray. Follow the manufacturer's recommendation for diluting your neem oil. Or thoroughly. And while spraying, I'm spraying not only the top of the leaves, but I'm spraying the bottom of the leaves. I want to make sure everywhere that the pests reside, I'm covering. So I'm hitting it from the front, and I'm going to come over this way, watching not to step on Merlin. And I'm going to also spray the undersides of the leaves. Okay, I'm going to put the phone down so I can make sure I really got good in here, and I'll be back. Okay, so I put her back up top on the counter again so that I can check her out, make sure I've done a good inspection, made sure I've done a good spraying. She's still a little bit drippy, so I'm going to let her sit here just so that she drips into the sink, so that I don't get the carpet wet in the plant room. So, and I'll keep you posted. I'll keep you posted. So far, I think. But again, I have thought we were clear in the past, and that was not the case. So I'm just going to have to every week do a special check on her to make sure that I don't get as bad as we were just now, because that was sad. I would say to anyone that's considering keeping a plant that has, you know, that you receive it and it comes with pests, I had every intention to nurture this plant as best I can. Did I know it was going to be this much work? No. However, I'm hoping we're at the end of the fight with the pest, and I'm hoping that I can finally eradicate them, make sure that everything is healthy going forward. Oh, I got all this water in my hair. I don't even know how I got water in my hair. However, it's all right. I'm going to go now. I'm going to leave her here. So I'm going to go back into the plant room, continue to take a look at things, see how they're looking, and go from there. Thank you for coming. I hope this is helpful to you. If anyone has dealt with this and been more successful than I have been, please drop it in the chat because maybe I'm just doing it wrong and that's why I can't get rid of them. That would be helpful. I have looked online, but of course, very detailed information like that is not always available. So let me know if you have dealt with this and you have solved the problem. Please let me know because I could definitely use help so that I don't go another year trying to figure out what happened and why I can't get rid of these bugs. Oh, I'm hoping to see her bloom again. It's beautiful. And that's why I've kept her, because she is a wonderful plant. Beautiful blooms. Thank you for coming. Have a great day. I wish you well.